Hey there, welcome to the Market Insights for May 27th. And we're going to spend a few minutes here just talking about some new canola crush plants that are popping up. The real world we're in right now, where we're talking $5 ups, $5 down. And we're also in decadal highs right now for the new crop pricing opportunities. So as we speak right now, the market is on fire. Let's just take a quick look at this. Corn is up 40 cents, as you can see. That's lock limit up. And canola is for new crop. We might as well not even care about July anymore. But November is up $25 basically, $24.80. So that's excellent. And spring wheat, 37 cents. So again, this market is extremely volatile. I think yesterday the canola was down, I think $8. This volatility is going to continue. So without further ado, let's get on to this whole market insights that we're going to be talking about. And we'll start this here right away. So first thing we need to do is just close this window and we can get going. So the executive summary for going forward into this growing season is risk management is key. I mean, there is a PDF you can download on this whole thing, but the video I find is a lot easier for you farmers to watch while you're driving your tractor. So the world commodity stage right now is the markets are absolutely wild. We're seeing these wild swings up and down in all the commodities, whether it's lumber, or the ag commodities, it's everywhere. And we are also seeing it in the crypto world here, where we saw the Bitcoin go up to close to $65,000, and then it crashed right back down to 31 in a matter of weeks. So it lost half its value there. And this is because money is trying to find a home. I wrote in there, money is single and ready to mingle. It is searching all out, and there's going to be a lot of people getting burned here. Now, the irony here is that many of these wild swings, they're causing farmers to be very complacent, as in they're not checking things out properly. If the market drops 20 cents, they don't really pay attention. We're seeing that it's a very strange time, because you would think that with this volatility, many producers would be actively watching the markets. But what's happened here is farmers are very complacent. It's very interesting. Government policy and weather, these are the #1 things we need to watch for this year. And that's because supply and demand, we kind of roughly know where those are right now. But these two events, government policy and weather, can change things on a dime. Exports can be canceled at any moment. And, like the weather event we had last Monday, where most places in the prairies got over an inch of rain, some places got 2, and that's kind of a game changer. So the bulls and the bears here with the canola. In the last couple months or so, Canada's added at least 5 million metric tons of new crush capacity. This is incredible. There's a whole bunch going down in the Regina area, and there's new crush, or not new ones, but other ones are getting retrofitted and increased capacity there. So that's really good. Obviously, if these companies like Cargill, Viterra, they're putting this kind of money into this crush capacity, they know there is extremely strong demand for oilseeds. Going forward, we know that supply is extremely tight. It probably won't correct itself this year. So that means there should be ample room for price swings, which we're seeing right now. The demand is very, very strong. Again, that's not going away when we see these companies put this kind of money into these kind of crushing plants, right? So regardless of what happens with the supply and demand, this year's crop, the market will move significantly with canola. Most likely, it will move to the upside from where we're at right now, if there's any problems. But then again, if we get a bumper crop of over 20 million metric tons or so, this thing could come right back down again. So we have to be careful in this market. As far as barley goes, there's virtually no barley left in the country. Cattle are starting to come off feed, and they're headed off to the barbecue. And we're starting to see this come through. And also, we know there's a crop coming. There was that big rain event on May 24th, which was Monday, and it helped out all of southern Alberta, and their crops will be coming off in August sometime. So as a result of that, the price has dropped almost $1 a bushel overnight. This is significant. Will it come back? At this point, probably not, but it really depends on the weather. If it turns dry and hot, we could have a repeat of last year where Saskatchewan looked like they had a great crop coming, and it turned out there wasn't much of a crop there overall. Again, wheat was hit by everything last week or last couple of weeks here in the futures and the cash markets. So guys who saw the elevator prices, they were significantly lower than the feed prices, which was interesting. But then again, there was virtually no wheat in the system, right? So we needed to purchase that stuff. Again, because of that rain event, wheat has dropped at least $1 a bushel. So we don't need to be too concerned right now for the new crop because the net acreage is down on the spring wheat for sure in Canada. So that's important to remember that even though the prices are going down, we need a good crop regardless of what anybody says. And of course, in the futures market, we're seeing this right now today when you saw, I think it was spring wheat was up 37 cents. There's a lot of sympathy there with the big three markets. When corn goes up, so does wheat and soybeans. It's a big thing here. So that's important to recognize that. Don't get too worked up about the wheat situation right now. It's so volatile. Overall, let's keep this video relatively short. What happened so far is everybody's seeded from fence post to fence post. It was probably one of the best years that farmers have ever had as far as seeding, from most guys I'm saying, and the sloughs are seeded and everything. So that was amazing. The current fall prices right now, they are still at decadal highs. With over the last 10 years, these prices we're getting right now are still high. You can still lock in over $16 for canola. If you would have said that last year or any other years before, people would have thought you were crazy not to lock in. Now, unfortunately, we're rolling into a real time where we talked about risk management is in this kind of marketplace, because everything that is coming at it is huge, whether it's supply, demand, government policy, or anything like that, or fiscal policy, and inflation all rolling in all into one thing here right now. The market could literally move up or down $1 or $2 a bushel, and perhaps even $5. This is the reality of the situation. In previous years, when we had a supply crunch and the market rallied way up, it was easy to be pricing grain, knowing that most likely the price is going to be lower in the fall. This year, it's a really tough game. It's the classic you can't win for trying this year. So the bottom line is, when you're locking in your fall pricing right now, you need to be looking at the profitability of the farm and what that crop is generating you. Because at this particular point in time, we know that the volatility is huge. There's a lot riding on so many things right now that can change this market massively. So with that being said, what you're going to be wanting to do is just pay attention to your profitability. If you feel like you can lock in more at these current prices, then by all means do it. So other than that, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about in this little video here. We'll be doing another one here hopefully in the next couple of weeks. And let me know what you guys think about these little ones here. Trying to keep these market insights a little bit shorter and the more detailed stuff into the Grain Navigator, right? So anyways, we need to pay the bills here at Inside Ag Marketing. We do have a few programs we're offering now. We've changed things up, especially after this year. We offer full out high engagement partnership marketing plans. That's the really good one there. We have the Market Defender, that's a low engagement partnership. And the Grain Navigator, which is basically just a newsletter which is highly detailed about what we think is going on in the markets here. And then, of course, grain sales. If you got grain you got to sell, let me know. I can help you out with that. So there's lots of things that we can help you guys maximize your farm profitability just by paying attention, taking a step back and looking at the profitability. So with that, again, thanks a lot. If you have any questions, give me a holler. And you know, I still have that free smart contracting ebook on my website there. If you guys want to download it, go ahead. So other than that, you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will be talking to you guys later.